Hello, my name is Gary, and I was raised in the Western United States, so I'm a native English speaker. I hope that you will enjoy this YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us.
The 38 Letters from J D Rockefeller to His Son by J D Rockefeller, 1839 to 1937. There is no such thing as a free lunch. March 17th, 1911. Dear John, I have noticed an article accusing me of being stingy and saying that I don't donate enough, that money is nothing. I've had enough of being scolded by those ignorant reporters. There is only one way for me to respond to them. I stay silent, and I do not make excuses, no matter what they say, because I know what I think. I firmly believe that I am on the right side. Everyone needs to go their own way. The important thing is to have a clear conscience. There's a story that might explain why I pay little attention to the reasons why they beg me to pay for their personal problems. The story goes like this. There was a farmer who raised a few pigs in a barn. One day the owner forgot to close the gate and gave the pigs a chance to escape. Over several generations, the pigs became so aggressive they began to threaten passers-by. Several experienced hunters heard about this and wanted to kill them for the people. However, these pigs were cunning and never fooled. John, when the pigs become independent, they become tough and smart. One day, an old man drove a donkey pulling a two-wheeled cart with a lot of wood and grain into a village where the wild boars threatened the people. The local residents were very curious, so they stepped forward and asked the old man, "Where are you from, and what are you going to do?" The old man told them, "I'll help you catch wild boars." When the villagers heard this, they laughed at him. "Don't be funny. How can you do something that even a good hunter can't do?" However, 2 months later, the old man returned and told the villagers that the wild boars had been kept in the fence by him on the top of a mountain. The villagers were surprised again and asked the old man, "Really? It's unbelievable. How did you catch them?" The old man explained, "First, I was looking for a place where wild boars often come out to eat. Then I put some grain in the middle of the open space as bait for the trap. The pigs were startled at first, but finally ran over curiously and smelled the scent of grain. Soon an old wild boar took the first bite, and the others followed. Then I knew for sure I would catch them. The next day I added a little more grain and put up a board a few feet away. The boards temporarily scared them like a ghost, but the free lunch was so tempting that they soon ran back and ate again. At that time, the boars didn't know they were mine. All I had to do, then, was put up a few more boards around the grain every day until my trap was complete. Then I dug a hole and set up stakes underneath. Every time I added something, they stayed away for a while, but ended up coming back for the free lunch. The fence was made, and the trapdoor was ready. Well, the habit of getting things for nothing made them walk into the fence without any worries. At this time, I suddenly set the trap, and the pigs who ate lunch for free were easily caught by me. The moral of the story is simple. When an animal depends on humans for food, its wit will be taken away, and then it will be in trouble. The same applies to humans. If you want to injure a person, just give him a pair of crutches and wait for a few months. In other words, if you give a person a free lunch for a certain period of time, he will form the habit of getting something for nothing. Don't forget that everyone needs to be taken care of as soon as he is in the womb. Yes, I have always encouraged you to help others, but like I always tell you, if you give a man a fish, you can only support him for a day, but if you can teach him how to fish, you support him for a lifetime. This old saying about fishing is very meaningful. In my opinion, financial sponsorship is the wrong form of help. It can make a person lose their motivation, diligence, and become lazy, inattentive, and irresponsible. More importantly, when you donate to a person, you deny his dignity, and when you deny his dignity, you rob him of his destiny, which is extremely immoral, in my opinion. As a rich person, I have a responsibility to be a messenger for the benefit of humanity, not an initiator of creating lazy people. Once someone forms a good or bad habit, that habit will always follow him. The habit of free lunch will not make life easy for a man. It will only make him lose the chance to win, and hard work is the only reliable way out. Work is the price we have to pay for enjoying success. Wealth and happiness can only be obtained by hard work. A long time ago, there was a wise old king who wanted to write a book of wisdom for future generations. One day, the old king summoned his wise courtiers and said, "A mind without wisdom is like a lantern without a candle. I want you to compile a book of wisdom of all time to illuminate the future of our descendants." After these wise men took his command and left, they worked for a long time and finally completed a magnificent work of 12 volumes and proudly declared, "Your Majesty, this is a book of wisdom of the ages." The old king looked at it and said, "Gentlemen, I'm sure that this is the crystallization of wisdom of the ages. However, it is too thick, and I don't think people will read it. Condense it." After several deletions, his courtiers completed just 1 volume. However, the old king still thought it was too thick and ordered them to condense it again. These smart people condensed a book into a chapter, then a page, and a paragraph, and finally a sentence. When the wise old king saw this sentence, he seemed very proud. "Gentlemen," he said, "this is really the wisdom of all time, and once people everywhere know this truth, most of our problems can be solved." The sentence was, "There is no such thing as a free lunch." The first and last chapter of the Book of Wisdom is that there is no free lunch in the world. If people know that moving forward and working hard, most people will achieve something and make the world a better place, and those who eat lunch for free will sooner or later pay the price. If a man lives, he must create something in himself and the outside world that can make life and death a little dignified. Love your father.